Well, a report from the Office of the Inspector General for the Veterans Affairs Department shows that veterans are having to wait longer than the Defense Department's required 14 days to receive help for mental health issues. Lacey Monteleone is live in the studio with more. Lacey?
Dennis, according to the report, much of the problem lies with the way in which Veterans Affairs has been keeping track of scheduling. Instead of calculating how long it took for veterans to receive an evaluation, Veterans Affairs have been calculating how long it took them to give the evaluation. Today I spoke with one local veteran diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder who deals with his illness in a unique way.
It's a lot of damage.
And it's just one of the images of damage Ophis witnessed while serving in Iraq. He served for 16 months before coming home in 2007.
I got back and thought that everything was just going to be okay.
It wasn't. Not long after coming home, he became withdrawn and depressed and was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, in 2008. But there was one time a year when everything seemed to be better.
But I did notice that in the fall, when the hunting season is, everything was good. I was feeling a lot better.
And it seemed to be good for others as well. After taking a friend and veteran hunting for the weekend, the idea for Wounded Warriors Guide was sparked. The organization helps veterans by taking them hunting or fishing, and it is the only organization in the United States that helps disabled veterans regardless of injury. Many of the veterans Ophis helps suffer from PTSD or other traumatic brain injuries.
You don't necessarily get a Purple Heart for those injuries, but they're the most significant in the wars today.
A significant injury that can't be seen and that affects many veterans like Ophis every year.
Unfortunately, at the time when I was dealing with the issues, they didn't have a mental health practitioner here in Bemidji. So it took a few months to get in and get seen.
According to the Inspector General's report, 49% of first-time patients are receiving an evaluation within 14 days. Most are receiving an evaluation within 50 days.
The statistics that he mentioned may have reflected the VHA as a whole, and I know that this priority is the same for all of our healthcare systems. They do not necessarily reflect what goes on in an individual healthcare facility.
The Chief of Staff in Fargo says that 98% of veterans in the Bemidji area are receiving full evaluations within that 14-day period. But for Ophis, Wounded Warriors Guide offers another method of help for disabled vets.
It's just a really good, I would say, a really good rehabilitative method for some individuals.
Ophis says for many veterans suffering from PTSD, hunting can help relieve the awkward feeling some soldiers have upon coming home when they are no longer carrying their guns. But for veterans with other injuries, Wounded Warriors Guide offers other services as well.
The guy with a spinal cord injury, it's hard to sit up, and so like I said, this has a spring-assisted backrest so that they can hold themselves up and still shoot.
Besides this device, Ophis is planning to make a pontoon boat wheelchair accessible. But for many of the members of Wounded Warriors Guide, the best feeling is having the sense of belonging to something again.
That kind of ties back into the camaraderie that you have in the military.
And for Ophis, it's a unique experience that not only helps other veterans, but helps himself heal in the process. Wounded Warriors Guide is also hoping to soon build a lodge they will call the Warrior Lodge. They expect for it to be completed in August of 2015. Dennis, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Lacey, for that live report. Following the Inspector General's report, Veterans Affairs issued a news release stating that they plan to add 1,900 new mental health staff in order to address the growing needs of veterans.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.